Hello everyone, my name is Adrija Goswami. I am a B.Ed second semester student from BSS College. Today, I am going to teach you about the topic marketing. Now, before getting into the topic, let me ask you a question. What is a market? Basically, a market refers to a set of actual and potential buyers of a product or service. Now, when I say this, I refer to the people, the customers who are going to pay a price, are willing to pay a price to buy a product. For example, when a fashion designer designs clothes, he or she go to the people who are ready to or willing to exchange it for some value. Now that we know what a market is, let us see what is marketing. Basically, it is a set of activities that a company takes up to promote buying or selling of a product. As the line says, marketing refers to the activities a company undertakes to promote the buying or selling of a product or service. So basically, it is like you are moving goods or services from the producers to the customers. The entire process of it involves so many activities, and all those activities are considered to be known as marketing. There are various functions of marketing. So let us see the first one. Gathering and analyzing market information. Next, marketing planning. Product designing and development. Standardization and grading. Packaging and labeling. Branding. Customer support services. Pricing of product. Promotion. Physical distribution. Transportation. Warehousing or storage. So basically, these are the 12 different kinds of marketing functions. Let us understand a little more in brief. What is gathering and analyzing market information? Now, for example, as a person who is starting his own company, I need to gather information from the market so as to what are the demands of the market, what are the kinds of products that if I make, I will be able to make profit out of it. So basically, this is necessary to identify the needs of the customers and take various decisions for the successful marketing of the products and the services. This is important for making an analysis of the available opportunities and threats as well as strengths and weaknesses of the organization and help in deciding what opportunities can be best pursued. Now, if I am a company who is already into fast selling products, I need to understand what the demands of my company are, right? What the customers expect from my company. If I go on to building a luxury product which is not as fast selling as the other products I build, then what will I face? I will face a loss. I will not want that. That will be a threat to my company. So I will analyze all the opportunities, all the threats, all the weaknesses and the strengths, and then only I will further decide what my company needs to build. Next is marketing planning. Develop appropriate marketing plans so that the marketing objectives of the organization can be achieved. Now, what is the main marketing objective? The main marketing objective is basically the transfer of ownership from the producer to the customer. So, our organization needs to plan out all the activities in order to transfer the ownership from the producer to the customer. Complete marketing plan covering various important aspects and specify the action programs to achieve these objectives. So therefore, as we all know, planning requires building a set of structured steps, a procedure to go on to reach our goal. Therefore, a marketing manager also has to make plans so as to cover every kind of aspect that is required to understand and achieve our marketing objectives. Product designing and development. Product designing is a very important feature. When I say that, we differentiate by the designs of products. When we look at a packet of Surf Excel or we look at a packet of Tide, the colors, the product packaging actually helps us to differentiate between the two brands. Similarly, the design of the product contributes to making the product attractive to the target customers. A good design can improve performance of a product and also give it a competitive advantage in the market. Standardization and grading. When I speak of standardization, standardization basically refers to creating standards to examine products on. And grading refers to the process of classifying products into groups where standardization cannot be processed. So, standardization refers to the producing goods with predetermined specifications, which helps in achieving uniformity and consistency in the output. Standardization ensures that the buyers that goods conform to the predetermined standards of quality. Grading is the process of classification of products into different groups on the basis of some of its important characteristics such as quantity, size, etc. Packaging and labeling. So therefore, packaging and labeling also come into function when we speak about marketing. Now what happens when you design a product, you are also designing the package it is going to be sold into. So therefore, packaging refers to designing and developing the package for the products. That is how the product is going to look in the market. Labeling refers to the designing and developing the label to be put on the package. Now when we look at a package, you will often see that there are things written over here on the back of the product, and it specifies the quantities of items that are input in the content. Now therefore, that is referred to the labeling part. The quality of the product is assessed by the buyers from packaging and labeling. Branding. Brand name helps in creating product differentiation. That is, providing basis for distinguishing the product of a firm with that of the competitor, which in turn helps in building customers' loyalty and in promoting its sales. Now, if I speak about two different brands and one same product, we have Brew Coffee and we have Nescafe's coffee. How do we understand? They are two different brands, and that is how we can differentiate. We often hear people saying that Nescafe's coffee is better than the other brands. Some people may also say Brew's coffee isn't that good. Now, how do we differentiate? We differentiate using the brand names. The important decision areas in respect of branding include deciding the branding strategy, say whether each product will be given a separate brand name or the same brand name will be extended to all products of the company. Now, when I speak of brand, let me take an example of the brand Nestle. Now, Nestle has this product which is called Nescafe. It also has a product called Nestle's Iced Tea, and it also has a product called Munch. Now, how do you differentiate the products? By the things they are. Now, what happens in this decision? What happens? The brand name goes the same for all the three products. But when we decide to put different brand names to different products, that is where we take the decision of separating the brand names. Customer support services. Customer support services are usually undertaken after the selling of the product. Developing customer support services such as after-sales service, handling customer complaints and adjustments, procuring credit services, maintenance services, technical services and consumer information. All of these are considered as customer support services. All these services aim at providing maximum satisfaction to the customers. Now think of a situation where you are the customer. You are not satisfied, you are not completely satisfied with the product, but you want some kind of redressal for it. You want to lodge your grievances, but you do not have a platform for that. Now, customer support services actually provide you with a platform where you can redress your grievances with the company. Pricing of a product. This is one of the most important features of marketing. Pricing of product refers to the amount of money customers have to pay to obtain a product. Usually, what happens, the demand of a product is actually inversely proportional to the price. As high the price is, the lower the demand goes. The demand for a product or service is related to its price. The marketers have to properly analyze the factors determining the price of a product and take several crucial decisions in this respect. Now, what happens in this decision? A person who is a marketing in charge, a marketing manager in a company, he has to decide where to launch the product at a high price or a lower price from the competitors. Now, what usually happens when we are trying to launch a new product in the market, we will definitely start with lower prices when it's a normal fast selling good or something like that, because the competitors will actually have an upper hand when we sell at a higher price. So we definitely want to launch it at a lower price so that our product goes into the attention, catches the attention of the potential customers. When it comes to the luxury brands tend to increase the price from the previous launched products, because that will show how more advanced the product is. Promotion. Promotion of products and services involves informing the customers about the firm's products, its features, etc., and persuading them to purchase these products. Now, there are various kinds of promotions, and promotions is basically promoting your product, influencing the customers to buy your product. How do we do that? We use different tools like advertisement, publicity, for sales promotion, personal sellings, and so on. Physical distribution. Now, when we speak about physical distribution, we need to understand that how much of the product that has been produced will go out in the market, how much of it has to be kept inside with us in the inventory, how much of will go to different places which is far away from the manufacturing unit, and how much of it will go to the places which is closer to the manufacturing unit. So basically, we have to understand where all the product will be distributed to. The two major decision areas under this function include decision regarding channels of distribution or the market intermediaries like wholesalers or retailers to be used, and physical movement of the product from where it is produced to a place where it is required by the customers for their consumption or use. Now, when I speak about the first point, you will see the word marketing intermediaries. What are marketing intermediaries? When a company produces a product, it won't go out to sell, right? It will either sell it to the retailers or it will sell it to the wholesalers. Now, what do wholesalers do? Wholesalers are basically a middleman between the company and the retailers and the customers. So, there are basically three stages that a wholesaler are benefiting. Now, what happens when it comes to retailers? Retailers take the product from the company or the wholesaler and directly send it to the customers. So, this is basically about the chain of intermediaries the company is going to use. Secondly, the channels of distribution again include the concepts of physical distribution or transportation. Then we have the physical movement of the product, that is, which place is the product going to stay in? Is it going to stay in the inventory? Is it going to go outside the manufacturing unit to faraway places, say different states? Or is it going to go to places which is closer to the manufacturing units? Now we have transportation. Transportation involves physical movement of goods from one place to another. Now, in the previous slide, we just spoke about this. What was physical movement of goods? That is, how do you move, with which channels do you move your produced goods from the manufacturing unit to the customers? That can be in different states to retailers and wholesalers, or it can be in the very closest place to the manufacturing unit. A marketing firm has to analyze its transportation needs after taking into consideration various factors such as nature of the product, cost and location of the target market, and take decisions in respect of mode of transportation to be chosen and other related aspects. Now, let us understand this point. We have the first thing, nature of product. When we say nature of product, basically the nature of product refers to the kind of product it is. That is, it can be a perishable item or it can be a non-perishable item. What are perishable items? Perishable items are products that can be easily spoiled, like vegetables or meat or fish, dairy. Such products can be easily perishable, whereas non-perishable items like cars, books, so many other options are there, are products which can go on for a longer time. So when we think of the nature of the product, what happens, how do we decide? When the perishable items are there, we decide to use a channel which is closer to the manufacturing unit. But whereas when it's non-perishable item, the products can be sent to faraway places. Next, we have cost and location of the target market. Now, if a cost of a product is very low and you indulge in transportation services which cost you high amount, why will you take that option, right? When the cost of product is low, the cost of transportation has to be reduced again. Now, when the location of the target market is far away, we will try to set up manufacturing units near to the location of the target market. But when the location of the target market is far away, which has, let us take an example of cars which are built in different countries. Now, these have a high cost, and that is why they also procure the transportation cost, which is also very high. Now, the location of target market is in various countries. That is why now you understand the pricing concept. Take decisions in respect to mode of transportation. Now, mode of transportation, as you can see, they can be flown to places, they can be shipped to places, they can be carried by road. Coming to the next point and the last feature of marketing, warehousing and storage. Now, what is storage? Storage is basically not giving away the entire amount of produce, but to keep something to ourselves, to the company. Now, what is warehousing? A warehouse is a place where you actually keep your storage. It's like an inventory. So, in order to maintain smooth flow of products in the market, there is a need for proper storage of the products. It is done to bridge the time gap between the production or procurement of goods and their sale or use. Now, let us think of a vegetable like cauliflower. Usually, a cauliflower is grown in the winter season, but do we get it throughout the year? Right, we get it. The only reason is because we have the option of warehousing. The excess produce of cauliflowers are kept into warehouses as storage, and then as per requirement and for the smooth flow of the products in the market, the cauliflowers are sent into the markets. Now, we have a deeper understanding of the features of the marketing. Now, we will understand what is marketing mix. It is a very important element of marketing. Marketing mix is described as the set of marketing tools that a firm uses to pursue its marketing objectives in a target market. So, simplifying it, the 12 features that we right now studied about are actually categorized under this. This has 4 main elements. We'll get into that soon. From a number of alternatives available, a firm chooses a particular combination to develop a market offering, which is called the marketing mix. So, therefore, the marketing mix is actually a set of or a combination of tools which are used to pursue the customers, to influence them to buy the products and actually achieve our marketing objectives. Let us go into the elements of marketing. There are 4 main elements of marketing: product, price, place and promotion. Now, when I speak about product, you have learned under the product, the main produce of the manufacturing unit comes, the branding comes, the design of the product comes. All of these aspects are considered under the product. The exact question of what is to be made is actually coming under the element of product. Now, we have the price. Price actually determines how much your product is going to fare well in the market. It can also face losses. Your company can face losses due to the high prices, or it can flourish in the market because of the low prices of your product. Next, we come to the place. Place refers to the physical distribution of the product, the transportation of the product, the channels of intermediaries used, the channels of transportation used. All of this is covered under the aspect of places. So, promotion. Now, when we come to the topic of promotion, you remember we just now studied the topics of advertising, the topics of personal selling and different kinds of promoting activities. So, all of this comes under the topic of promotion. So, I am sure now you have a greater understanding of marketing. I have tried to make it as simple as I could. Thank you for patiently listening to me.